Stupid Garbage Podcast.
Oh, I like that.
Alright, and we're recording. Hopefully I don't run out of memory. Ooh.
Sweet deal. Let's do it to it. Hey, Pod Racers, it's 1:21 a.m. So, that's cool. Time to check right at the top of the episode. Are you okay?
I don't know.
Get comfortable.
Just like to put my shoulder, just dig it into your body to make sure that I get the right spot.
That's fine. So, how are you?
You know, I'm okay.
Great. What do you have for us?
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I said that we would do a movie review today. So I specifically said, Robert, we're going to do a movie tomorrow and review it. And we watched our movie. We did follow through with it. Basically, we picked like some dumb horror film. And we were like, whatever, this might be good.
Girl on the Third Floor, I think it's
Yes.
a Netflix original.
So we were like, okay, first of all, every single one of the actors was horrendous.
Spoiler alert if you're going to see this movie, which I wouldn't recommend. We only saw it's like an hour and 30 minutes. It's not very long. It's a horror movie. We only saw the first 45 minutes or so.
That's because Robert discovered that...
Not discovered.
Well, I don't know if I want to give it away. Should I give it away?
It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I don't know that you are good enough at subtlety.
Yeah.
Or innuendo or...
I'm going to give something away. Well...
Spoiler alert for about halfway through this movie. It's a fairly big plot point. But it might stop a lot of people from
I don't think
deciding...
it's a big plot point at all.
Oh, I think it must be.
I didn't
and
even
also,
care.
I think it would stop a lot of people from watching this movie. I wouldn't have watched this movie if I didn't know that was going to happen.
I don't care.
Well,
surprisingly.
You don't have a heart.
That's true.
So it's up to you. If not, I can just say, watch it at your own risk. I don't recommend it, though. But, Jessica?
So am I not saying what happened?
It's up to you, I'm saying.
So basically, one of the main characters in the movie is a dog, and the dog dies in this movie. The dog is killed in this movie, and it's kind of like, you know, Robert said when the first scene when he saw the dog, he goes, if this dog dies, I'm stopping the movie. And I was like, no, come on. And he's like, no, seriously, like, I'm stopping the movie.
No, you agreed, and then you...
That's true. I agreed, but then once we hit, like, I was like, you know what? If we hit, like, an hour into the movie or whatever, like, I'm not going to want to stop. Like, so it kept on getting farther and farther in, and the dog was not dead. So I was like, oh, they're not going to kill the dog. It's fine. And I'm already invested in watching this movie. Like, so I changed my mind. And then we flipped a coin as to who gets to win, and Rob won. So we turned the movie off.
Yay.
But there's a ton of vagina imagery and a ton of semen imagery. And...
You want to try that again from the top?
Imagery. And, yeah, I was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. And, again, all the acting was bad. Which makes me think that maybe it was a directorial problem.
I would say
every actor was pretty bad.
Horrendous.
And so...
and they don't usually make you hate the main character, but they actively made the main character a terrible person.
There wasn't really a protagonist.
Yeah.
And it was kind of plotless and kind of heavy-handed and foreshadowed very poorly.
I got attached to, like, a single character for 30 seconds, and then he immediately was killed, so I was like, okay, I don't see.
Wasn't very good.
No, I mean, yeah.
So we watched 45 minutes of it, stopped it, and instead watched the 2011 movie Super 8.
Yeah, which I thought was...
Good.
Chronicle.
She thought it was a different movie. Came out in a different year with a whole different...
I'm sorry.
I don't know if there's any
Mine
overlap.
came out in 2012. This came out in 2011. And they're both about a group of kids
years.
who end up, like, dealing with supernatural forces.
Isn't Chronicle, like, aren't they, like, 20?
No. Well, they're, like, more high school age. This one was more middle school age.
Okay.
So they're definitely still, like...
I mean, Michael B. Jordan was in Chronicle, you said. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't he in his 30s?
Yeah, but the people that played movies, like, in the 80s, like, people would play high school students, they'd be, like, 35. Like, I don't think that's a fair... Also, again, this was made in 2012, so Michael B. Jordan wasn't that old.
Oh, but he would have been in his earlier mid-20s, I think. I
think
he's well past 30.
But being in your or being in your early 20s and playing a kid that's 17 isn't that outrageous.
No, I mean, I guess it's not.
But... Also, like, I don't know when Michael B. Jordan developed. Like, maybe he's a late bloomer.
Stop.
Regardless, Chronicle is super fucking good from what I remember. I basically told Rob, I was like...
Yeah, he was 25.
Okay, but
in 2012.
can you look up how old the people were supposed to be? Basically, I told Rob, I was like, okay, disclaimer for the Super 8, because I thought it was Chronicle. I was like, this movie is super fucking intense, and it just, like, it was kind of so intense that I saw it when I was in, like, however old I was, and I was like, okay, I never need to see this movie again, because that, oof. But then now it's been, like, 10 years, so I'm 8 years, I guess, so I'm ready to watch it again.
Oh, I've seen this movie.
Damn it. I wanted to review Chronicle.
Yeah, and they all have psychic powers, and yeah. I've seen this. I don't remember that was Michael B. Jordan.
I fucking asked you if you saw it, and you said no. Like,
well, you asked me, have you seen Chronicle, and I said, I don't think so. And then you didn't tell me anything about any of it.
Well, because I didn't want to spoil anything.
Right, but you could have at least said something about it.
You
sad. Telling me that it was about kids is the first
But now
I
want to
heard
rewatch Chronicle.
You can rewatch Chronicle. I don't have to participate in that.
So I'm upset, dear readers, and I also wasted a bunch of time watching Super 8.
So
we basically watched 1.5 movies.
Why is that a waste of time?
Neither of which I want to review.
Oh.
Super 8, I'm not gonna lie, wasn't great.
Oh.
It was fine.
Oh.
But it wasn't, like, I was expecting, like, Chronicle. Like, I was expecting an intense...
You can't
like, Chronicle got real fucking dark.
Okay, yeah, it did. You can't get, if I may, I don't think it's fair for you to get upset because we watched a movie that was not the movie you thought it was and you'd already seen.
Okay.
You can't hold that against Super 8. That is not a different movie. You got confused.
Yeah.
And thought it was a movie you'd already seen. You can't hold that against Super 8. That's not fair, nor is it a good review.
Fine. I thought it was okay.
Alright, that's fine.
It was a little long for my taste. I was like, alright.
Hour and 50 minutes.
It didn't need to be
liked
that long.
it. I thought it was good. I mean, it was I think it was PG-13. And was it groundbreaking? No. Is it going to be the best movie you see this year? Unless you watch 2 other movies this year, probably not. But it was good, and it was about a bunch of kids who see some freaky shit take place, and they have to. It's a good
train
movie.
Crashes.
Well, I don't know if that's in like the first 15 minutes of the movie, but it is suspenseful. It's okay.
That was also the only thing you told me. You're like, oh, it's that movie about a train crash.
Well, because I remember I didn't see it, but I do remember seeing when I was in high school. I remember seeing the trailer, and that was in the trailer.
Oh, so if it's in the trailer, I would argue that anything we could say would be fair game as long as it's in the trailer.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. So yeah, they see a train crash, and then it's one of those kind of like E.T. And this was produced by, and I thought directed by, but apparently not. It was directed by J.J. Abrams, but I thought directed by Steven Spielberg, produced by Steven Spielberg. I think story by Steven Spielberg, something like that. J.J. Abrams, in my opinion, most of his movies are not very good stories. I think he can direct just fine, but I think that anything that he writes ends up being not very good. But this was fine. It was kind of similar to E.T., where these kids find this, the military comes in and tries to cover up this thing that happened, and then the kids have to uncover it, and the local police want to get to the bottom of it, but they're being stonewalled. So it's not really a groundbreaking story or concept or anything like that.
I didn't love the fact it was a lot more like police work, where like the police were trying to do police work, and then the kids were trying to do police work. And I felt like we should have, like much like, I think, E.T., like, the kids are trying to save E.T. the whole time. And with this, I wish they would have figured out, like, oh, how do we defeat the monster earlier? Because I felt like it was kind of, like, that was the last thing that happened, which, like, makes sense, because you figure out how to defeat the monster, and then you defeat the monster, and then the movie ends. But, like, even in, like, It, or whatever, like, the kids know how to defeat him the whole time. They're just like, we need to figure out...
No.
I think so.
No, definitely not. They have to figure out... I have read the book. And I've seen the movie with you.
Well,
they have to figure that. A large part of it is them figuring out what it takes to kill the clown, to kill Pennywise.
It's not how I remember.
There's also the book has a lot of elements that are not in the movies. Like there's a turtle who was there at the start of the universe. It doesn't matter, but
yeah, if we weren't so late, I would say we should for sure do it. Like I think It Part 1 was. I think, if I recall correctly, I liked It Part 1 a lot better than It Part 2.
You did.
So I would have liked to do It Part 1. Also, it would have been way better had I read the book.
You look a lot like Millie Bobby Brown with your hair back like this.
Really? Oh, that's nice.
Because she also had slicked back hair like this in a few episodes of Stranger Things.
I would love to slick my hair back regularly, but I don't know how.
Alright, that's okay.
But
better.
I do think I look like a fucking thug. I look like a rocker chick.
Yeah, you're cute as a button.
That's not the same.
I think you can be both. You can be a cute button rocker man. A better alien movie, perhaps Contact with Matthew McConaughey and Jodie Foster.
I don't remember any of that movie. That was the one with the court scene, right?
Yeah, she testifies in front of Congress or something.
I don't remember. You forced me to watch that movie. I don't remember what I thought of it.
I did. You didn't like it.
You know that one fucking idiot one with fucking Amy Adams? I hated that
one.
Something.
Arrival.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah. Or that Bananas balls, very, very critically acclaimed, not frankly gonna level with you, not very good movie with, what's his name? Oscar Isaac or whatever. Isaac Hayes.
It is Oscar Isaac.
And Natalie Portman.
Oh, God. Wait.
Who's the new, like, Han Solo type guy in the Star Wars movie?
Oscar Isaac, I'm pretty sure.
And Natalie
He also was in,
Portman.
I'm pretty sure, Sucker Punch.
He's been in plenty of stuff.
I know, but we were just talking about Sucker Punch.
Isaac Hayes was the guy who voiced Chef in South Park.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman. What was that called?
That was horrendous. I don't remember Oscar Isaac being in it, so I don't know if we're talking about the same movie. Yeah, but...
And he came back and he was like, don't ship a boat. Those are the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Okay, that movie, you guys should definitely not see. It is fucking terrible. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong,
No,
but
it wasn't.
I enjoyed it, but it was also kind of, what the fuck? And, like, the further into the movie you get, the weirder it gets. Like, not only is it like, oh, like, it's a plot twist, it's like, no, it's weird, and then it's like, this is fucking weird. Who thought of this? Movie.
Annihilation.
Okay. Like, all I can think of is the, like that music. Yeah. Yeah, I hated it. Oh, the music really gets me in movies. Like, I don't know why, it freaks me out. But, anyway, yeah, we've looked through, I think, every single movie that exists on Netflix, and we are having trouble now finding new ones to review, which is a problem for a movie review podcast. So... You know, checked Amazon Prime.
I mean, there are plenty of movies that we haven't seen that are just a little older.
Exactly. That's why I said we should just look up, like, literally, like, movies that came out within the past decade.
Or older than that.
Well, I know, but there are a lot of movies, like, again, like I mentioned, like, Elle Fanning was in the movie we saw tonight. Mm-hmm. So I want to see that other Elle Fanning movie that's new. That's not new, but it's within, like, a year or two, I want to say.
New.
And then, again, Chronicle would have been great, because it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, new.
But yeah, I would say the last 10 years to start, maybe.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, what else we got?
So that's the failed attempt at our movie watching.
You know what I don't get?
What?
What I've never really understood.
Let's hear it.
Mermaids. Like, I don't get...
Dude.
Yep. Sounds
Why do you want to fuck a fish?
Right. What?
Yep.
If the premise of the mermaid myth is that...
Switching up positions for this rant.
Is that... Well, I just want to lay back.
Okay.
I need a pillow behind my head. If the premise is, I've been on this boat at sea, and the cabin boy has been fucked raw. That's what the cabin boy was for.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. The sex boy?
Yep.
Stop it.
There's dirt all over my drawings.
This isn't an appropriate time to be doing this.
Jessica.
It's not my dirt.
Oh, of course it's your dirt.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're like, oh yeah, well, we fuck mermaids because we've been out on the open ocean for 100 days straight. I'd say, I get that. Like,
Yeah,
I get
sure.
it's the desperation, whatever.
Sure.
Even if you said, like, oh, we pretend they're mermaids, or maybe we hallucinate and see them as mermaids, like this mirage.
Gross.
But they're really manatees. I'd say, I get gross, yes.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that men are like, oh, like, standing on the bow of a ship in port, like, in, like, docked ships. Like, they're standing at the end of a dock.
What are you talking about?
And they look out at the sea and say, I'm going to go find a mermaid.
Oh.
To go fuck. Like, that's my mission. To go...
It is weird.
Sailors of old.
You're taking...
Buddy, guy, it's a fish.
In my opinion, if you're a man and you're sexualizing a woman, the best part about her would be her vagina. So to take away a vagina from a woman seems...
Yeah, pretty stupid. I'll say even if it has, like, even if it's a little lower than the traditional mermaid, because some mermaids cut off at, like, midriff. It doesn't even, like, go all the way to the waist. Like, mermaids... Sure. Some mermaids, the way, you know, like, the
Usually
skin,
it's right below the belly button.
Sometimes, though, it's above the belly button, even. They don't have belly buttons. Like, the skin transforms towards scales.
I've never seen that, though.
So, but even if it's a little lower than that traditionally...
Sure.
And this creature has a human vagina, and it'll even give you a human butthole. Taking solid dumps in the ocean.
I don't need the butthole,
fine.
But sure.
Even if that's the case,
sure.
Don't fuck that thing. That thing is a monster with scales.
I disagree with you.
That thing is...
I think if that thing has a human face and a human vagina, you're good to go.
I know. No, absolutely not.
Well, look, we also
Would you fuck a monkey? I mean, like, what?
I would... Okay, no, because they don't have a human brain. Or... I think that's... The whole fucking animal thing is literally just, like, about consent. Although, true, I'm not attracted to monkeys.
There's a gorilla at the zoo that knows sign language. You want to go have sex with her?
No. Again, I said if it has a human vagina and a human face, and I'm going to add a human brain.
Why would you seek out something that has... From, like,
You're talking to the wrong one, because I do sexualize, like, horror movie monsters sometimes.
Right.
Like Predator. I'd fuck the shit out of Predator.
Yeah.
That's... Got that long hair, you know what I mean?
Right.
But only Predator wearing a mask.
Okay. I think that's problematic for a couple of reasons, but
sure.
that might be cultural appropriation. I'm not sure. But
I don't see how.
But I'm not even sure that Predator's things coming out of the back of his head are hair.
It doesn't matter.
They might be like snakes or something.
That would be
even
hotter.
Like Medusa.
That would be even hotter to me.
The Predator's 7. I don't.
7 feet tall, great. Better than being like 4 feet tall, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than fucking an Ewok, I guess. If that's the scale that we're weighing it on.
Ewoks don't have...
What do you mean again?
I want to reiterate. Although, to be fair, like...
Human faces? Neither does
Predators don't have
Nor,
human faces.
as far as I know, does the Predator have human genitals. You can't prove that it does.
I think the fact that I've never seen Predator's genitals kind of messes it up. Like, I've seen animal genitals unwillingly before, so like I am aware that they're not human genitals, but like, and a mermaid, the same thing. Like I can definitely imagine, like I've seen a fish before, I can assume that they don't have human vaginas. So, but with Predator, it's like, doesn't,
a bit of a scientist,
doesn't
are you?
he? I also wouldn't fuck Alien, because again, Alien is more
wow, Saint Jessica over here.
I'm saying like Alien is more like cat-like. He has like cat-like features and he moves like a cat. So to me, I'm like, Alien doesn't feel sexy to me.
I'm sorry.
But Predator walks like a man, he has long hair like a man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to shut you the fuck up. You wouldn't fuck Alien. Yeah. You wouldn't fuck a xenomorph from Alien.
Sure.
Because they remind you a little too much of a cat.
Yes.
Okay.
Where is the...
Okay, first of all, Predator also moves around in the treetops all nimbly-bimbly like a cat.
Like Tarzan, though, who's a man.
You shouldn't be fucking Tarzan.
That's
kind of like Tarzan. It's like fucking a mental patient.
Tarzan's not...
He's a retard.
Tarzan's not mentally ill. He's
Tarzan, not Tarzan.
Tarzan isn't mentally ill. He just was raised by apes.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he's retarded.
But he is retarded.
No.
When Jane finds him and fucks him, he's retarded.
No.
Yes.
First of all, we don't know when Jane fucks him. That was not specified.
First of all, I think immediately. Second of all, even if she doesn't fuck him immediately, she wants to.
Again, human man, human brain, human face, human dick. We're good to go.
Again, you could fuck a retard.
Okay. I don't think Tarzan was...
How could he not be retarded? He was raised by apes.
So you can still be like...
No, that...
Absolutely. No, mental retardation, you're born with it. It's a condition. It's not like...
There was that girl, Jeannie, who was kept in a room without... And she was retarded.
But that's totally different, because she was literally kept in isolation without any human interaction.
The point was that she didn't... In the first 3, 4, 5 years of her life, she didn't learn human language. So she could never learn
Tarzan would have learned ape language. Like, he would have learned...
Apes don't have a language.
But he would have learned socialization skills, like, all of that...
Of an ape.
Yes, but all of that learning...
Tarzan would have had a smart ape brain. He doesn't have a human brain. You don't get to fuck Tarzan. You don't get to fuck Tarzan.
I would love to look into
fuck Tarzan, I know. You don't get to...
No, there have been... No, there have been boys that were like raised by wolves and dogs. They are not
undomesticatable.
They are not mentally as
fit as a human being.
Yeah.
To participate in society, they're not mentally sound.
Because I remember
they're literally mentally retarded.
I remember when I was.
I'm not saying that in a derogatory term.
No. They're like retarded in the sense that their brain was slowed and not. That's interesting. I think I just glossed over and like repressed that because I do recall learning about that in my psychology, like abnormal psych class. We did a lot of studies on humans that were raised by animals for some reason. Or like raised by animals or raised in the dark. Like we did that whole thing.
Raised in the dark.
The Joni girl.
Okay.
Like she was raised basically in the dark with no human interaction. Like we did a couple of those and it did say that it does affect your mental health. So, Tarzan might be off limits.
Great.
But Predator is fair game. Predator's smart. He's like a
He's
hunter.
smart, but you know what he does not have?
What?
Human face, human genitals.
Yeah, if... The problem is Predator's mask has a human face, so it gets me all fucked up.
No, it doesn't. It just has like two slits for
look.
Hole.
Maybe this is, what's the word?
Retarded?
When you want to fuck an animal?
Bestiality.
Maybe Predator is just me having a little bit of a bestiality moment. Maybe this is my furry time, But,
So then don't bring it to the podcast.
Okay, well I didn't... Anyway, I wouldn't fuck a mermaid.
Yeah, the Predator does not have a human... He has two eye holes.
Let me
that's
see.
It. Like, that's the Predator's mask.
That's not the Predator that I'm thinking of.
It is.
Like,
yes,
that might... Do AVP.
That's Predator.
AVP. Do AVP.
They're all the same.
Try AVP. That was the way I was introduced to Predator, I'm pretty sure, because my dad hated me, and he was like, I'm going to show her the last episode, or the last movie first. Anyway, I do feel like it is weird to seek out a mermaid, for sure.
He has an even less human face. He has, like, giant alien...
No, that's the hot Predator mask. He does look a little spidery, though. Hey, I'm going to be annoying. Can I pause it real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. BRB.
Keep looking at these pictures. Okay, that was no doubt seamlessly done. Back
another
and
monster.
Again. Yep, that you'd want to fuck.
I'd want to fuck.
King Kong?
Which, no,
Mighty
listen.
Joe Young?
You've seen the movie Legend with Tom Cruise. I want to say like 1989.
I've seen the first 8 minutes of it.
You have... Yes. It's one of my favorite movies to readers. I love it so much. It was another one of like those childhood movies that my dad showed me, so I have like a very strong attachment to it. But there's a devil character in it. Human face. Tim Curry.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it does not have a human face.
Human face. Presumably a human dick.
I'm sure you've been thinking about this a lot.
Human brain. Goat feet. So...
You're disgusting. So, listen to me.
He might have, like, a goat dick. Again, they don't really tell you these things in the movies, but...
Does he have furry goat legs?
He does.
But
he has a man's stomach. So, it's like...
He's a satyr.
It's... I don't know. He might have a human dick.
You're terrible.
Does
a centaur have a human dick?
But their dick is all the way in the back.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter at all.
Does
he have fur covering where his dick would be? Does he have goat fur? Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you do. Does he have fur up to his waist like every single
I don't know. I
other
haven't
satyr
watched
will?
the movie in a while.
He does. I haven't
looked up
seen this
pictures
movie,
of
and I
him.
know he does.
I would assume he does. Yes. His legs, I would assume, are furry. He definitely has hooves. Did you? No, you didn't look it up. That was too short of a time.
I'm debating internally. I'm presented with a dilemma. Do I just ignore this and move past it? Because I can look it up and prove my point, but in doing that, I'm dignifying that this is even worth talking about.
He was super hot. He had another thing.
This.
He had really sharp teeth, which is like
an animal. Like an animal would. Not a goat, granted, but an animal.
Like you have very sharp teeth.
Human teeth. I have human teeth.
The devil has human teeth.
Are you sure?
They're a little bigger than a normal. They're like Dracula.
Like a gorilla?
No, like a vampire.
Okay, so like a dog or like a cat, a big cat, jaguar.
Like a sexy man.
Like a gorilla, like a chimpanzee. You want to fuck a chimpanzee?
No.
Just say it.
No.
Just come out and say it.
I would fuck Tim Curry's devil in Legend, though. God damn it, his voice was so meaty. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. That was utter nonsense.
So...
Stop it. So
Mermaids.
Stupid. Listen to me.
Yeah.
There are a few things that you need to understand. One, you can't, for your own sake, sure. I'm going to say, you really cannot, go around saying you want to fuck all of these creatures who, my understanding is that the only commonality is that none of them have human genitals. I would say I would only want to fuck them if they did have human genitals. Okay, right.
So I'm not trying to fuck a goat. Know what I mean?
Here's
don't want to fuck a goat.
Here's the thing. If, again, the fact that it might have human genitals should not be the only thing that flips the switch for you being willing to fuck this thing. You should have other standards. Like, if I presented you, like, you know the Sphinx? A legend of Greek mythology? The Sphinx has a human face.
Yeah.
If I said, Sphinx also got a human dick, you shouldn't then go, oh, well, then let's talk. Smart. Well, I know it's smart. Has riddles.
Again, I think the problem with...
that shouldn't be enough to get you to want to fuck the Sphinx.
The thing with the devil in Legend is that he is mostly man. Although, I don't know, man. I feel like... I don't know.
You need to have a more discerning eye. For your own sake.
If they have a human brain... And mostly a human... Like, again, like, Predator's body, I would assume, is a human body.
Why would you assume that?
The devil's body...
He's an alien with a face.
Because of the shape he is.
He's human-shaped?
Yeah.
The gingerbread man is human-shaped. He doesn't have a human body. Shrek is human-shaped. Frosty the Snowman is vaguely human-shaped.
I could get with Shrek if he wasn't so, Shrekky.
If he wasn't so, what, ornery?
No, I mean, if Shrek was a little hotter, I don't care about his personality so much. It's just if he was a little bit more attractive.
Like, okay, well, Jess is going back to the bathroom, so let's...
Why?
You told him last time you were going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have a disease.
Bam.
I would say that a Sphinx, though, is off limits.
Because?
Because it's mostly lion and eagle, I guess.
You love...
Cat. I love cats. I don't want to fuck cats. But
which is why you won't fuck alien.
Yeah.
More.
Exactly.
Nothing about the fact that it's like 13 feet tall and looks the way it does and has the whole tongue and the head and the body and the everything.
I don't like the weird tongue and I don't like the weird. The head I could be okay with, but the tongue.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Would you fuck Brainiac?
I don't know what
Would you fuck the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's a man. He's just weirdly...
Would you...
Again, it's like when you're talking about like a centaur or whatever, it's like they're... Or like a what's the word? Serve?
You'd fuck a centaur.
Sure. A serve... What are they called? They have goats? What are they called?
Satyr.
Satyr?
A satyr.
Satyr. So those guys, I feel like also, like, that'd be like saying, like, oh, I'm dating a human man who's has, like, a condition where he grows extra hair on his legs.
Werewolf. Would you fuck a werewolf?
No, because they have the face of a dog.
What if they didn't?
Like, it was a man face and a man body?
Like a Teen Wolf scenario. You'd fuck Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a furry. Why are you so... Why is there such a struggle for you to identify what this is?
I'm trying to identify, like, where my lines are, and also, like, I think furries pretend to be that animal. And I'm like, no.
They can.
Again...
Sometimes.
The guy, like, Predator was, like, not very animalistic. He was like, yo, I'm just a dude trying to hunt these things because they're pissing me off. Like... There wasn't really any animal element at all. Like, his whole thing was that he had technology, which isn't, like, an animal thing. And Legend, like, he was a man, and he wanted to marry a woman, and he was very much a human man that just so happened to have weird legs. Like, okay. It wasn't...
I'm gonna pull up this photo.
Yeah.
Just let's do this like a Rorschach test.
Sure.
Like these ink blots. Ready? Just first word that comes to mind, or you can just say yes or no, or good or bad. Right?
Oh, see, that's not fair. Like, I hate how they do this.
But
that, like, when I was a kid, I used to get very confused.
So I googled lion furry and went to images, and the first one that came up, it looks like a human being stylistically, like the triceps in the back and all that. From the back, he has very long hair. Lions have manes, but he's undeniably a lion. You can see his claws, and he's got a cat face.
Can I see his eyes?
I guess.
Like, are they cat
Tried
eyes?
to fall in love with them. They're yellow.
I mean, again, like, they give him this, like, sexy expression, even though he is a lion. They give him, like, a sexy man smolder.
This is not how Rorschach tests go.
That one's hard. Give me another one. yeah. That one's. They gave him a T-shirt, and he's wearing like his little bracelets.
Yes.
He looks like a man.
Jessica.
He looks like that's.
Yeah, you're a furry.
I find that attractive.
You're a furry. This is what furries are.
No.
What do you mean no?
Mm-mm.
What do you mean no?
When you take, I think they're like blurring the lines a little bit because I don't find lions sexy, but like if you give lions really big muscles and long hair, which I love, like what?
No one's saying you're. Well, I'm saying to be fair, I was saying you would fuck an animal.
If you you were.
Calling you a furry does not mean you are trying to have sex with an actual lion. It means that you like this.
Like having sex with people dressed as animals.
Right, or
which
like
I think
humans.
Like if you bought like cat ears and we're like, hey Jess, meow. Like if we did that role play.
Like you Jessica,
I find that one I don't like, but.
Because he's wearing glasses.
That's a fucking nerd. I'm not into that. No, I mean, like, they gave that lion that Rob just showed me, they gave him a 6-pack, and he's wearing a pair of shorts.
And you didn't like that one. That one looked more like a human. That was your problem.
It did. That one, but again, it's like, there's a weird line where it's like, they're sexualizing animals.
Yeah, most people...
In a way that, like, how are you not at least a little confused by that?
Well, most people aren't pulled into that. Most people can look at that and say, yeah, no, that's still a lion.
When I was a kid, I literally had,
it's also... a cartoon. So
I'm trying to think,
best you're a weeb.
I'm sure there are a bunch of cartoon characters that I found attractive. Although
sure, you're a weeb.
I remember I saw like a BuzzFeed article that was saying like were you not super attracted to Simba's son in the second movie or no Simba's daughter Kiara's boyfriend Kovu.
So you're gay now. Okay, daughter, brother.
Yeah. And
daughter's brother?
But there was
son?
Daughter's boyfriend, I said.
Okay, sorry.
So it's like, it's Scar's son with his wife.
Whatever. Simba, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Something.
None of this matters. You want to...
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, I was like, damn, like, that bad boy, like, it's kind of hot, whatever. And he had a really, like, sexy voice. And then I, like, saw a BuzzFeed article that was like, these are the animals that we used to want to fuck when we were kids.
Furries writing articles about furries for furries.
But it was BuzzFeed. Like, that's a pretty mainstream thing. And they don't really do furries on BuzzFeed.
Clearly they do. BuzzFeed is fucking weird.
I would say,
BuzzFeed
like...
has a bunch of bullshit.
It does, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like that... But, like, I wouldn't actually ever... I think if you gave me a real man in a furry suit, I'd be like, absolutely not. And if you gave me, like, a real man, like, and you put on cat ears and a cat tail or whatever, I'd be like, ugh, I don't like that. Like, I don't think that I would find it attractive in practice.
Interesting.
But you give me art of, like, a man posing seductively with a lion head, and I guess I'm into it. But again, I showed you those serial killer ones where they gave, like, serial killers, or not, like, like Jason and Freddy, and they gave them like they put them on the bodies of really hot men, and I was like, nice. Like, put anything on the body of a hot man and I'm into it. So
I don't. Okay, but these didn't have. These had like fur and stuff.
Yes, fur is fine. It's like you have man hair. It's fine.
Man hair. Yeah,
like you have hairy arms. You have hairy legs. You have hairy underarms. Like a lot of men have chest hair. Like, it's fine.
Okay, but
I'm saying it does not make a difference to me whether you're covered in fur or you have human hair. Like, that doesn't matter to me.
Oh boy, let's pick another topic because this.
I feel like the past couple episodes we've just dove real deep into my weird sexuality.
Yeah, well,
I have a lot of normal habits, you guys. I'm fine as a human.
That was convincing.
I
don't even.
I do sex normal.
Oh my
so,
god.
You know.
The reason why this is kind of there are a number of reasons why I want to get away from this. Most of all because every second we talk about this, we stray further from the light of God and from the salvation of Christ.
We're getting away from mermaids in general, or do you want to circle back to mermaids?
No, I think all of it. You dragged it all down.
Okay.
You sunk this entire ship. You
okay.
ruined everything. But also,
I have a question. Are sirens mermaids, or are they like straight up women?
I think sirens. I mean, they're monsters. They eat men, but I think they are meant to look like women.
I fuck a siren.
I think
too.
that.
But okay, I was just wondering because I feel like I've seen sirens depicted both as men. I mean, as women and as mermaids.
Well, I think there's a lot of overlap in the two. Like mermaids, often in legend, often sing.
Yeah.
And sailors wanting to fuck them crash their boats into.
So it would make sense they would pose as sirens or as mermaids.
I mean, sirens sing and the men crash, or men jump into the sea and the sirens drown them. That's usually what it is.
Yeah.
The men jump overboard.
Yeah.
That's generally the difference, is that, from what I've heard, sirens, or there are like river nymphs, whatever,
sure.
men will jump into the water to fuck them, and they will drown them.
Cool.
Whereas mermaids, the men, wanting to get so close, crash their ships into the rocks.
What idiots.
And again, mermaids, all of them often are stylized as eating the sailors.
Mermaids?
Mermaids, sirens.
Ooh, I didn't know mermaids were murderers.
Oftentimes that's the... I mean, because otherwise what's...
Yes, queen. Well, I thought they were just doing their own mermaid thing.
Why would they want to fuck a sailor?
Because they have sailor dicks. I don't know.
But mermen would have...
Yeah, I guess. I wouldn't think that they'd want to fuck them. I would just assume...
Why would a fish want to fuck a person?
Well, it's like... It's kind of... It was basically, in my eyes, like, always like a rape thing. Where it's like the women didn't want to fuck the sailors.
How are you going to rape a fish in the water?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like saying, like, oh, I'm going to go rape that dolphin. No, you're not.
Yeah, I guess.
No, you're not. You're not going to catch that dolphin.
I mean,
that dolphin might rape you if things go south.
Yeah, I was going to say dolphins are pretty notoriously, like, horny, too.
Like, maybe that dolphin's going to rape you. Like, if you have it in a tank, sure, then there might be a scenario. But you're not... If you're out in open
Raping
sea
a wild dolphin.
And you see dolphins jumping next to your boat, you're going, oh, I'm jumping into that water after them so I can go fuck one. No, you're not. What are you... No. You insane? So it's the same thing. You're not going to catch
fish don't even have vaginas, right? Do fish have vaginas?
I mean, they lay eggs, so I don't...
They must.
I don't know what they have.
Okay.
Egg sacs? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they lay an egg sac from... I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know much
I used to own fish, and they...
Fish anatomy. Yeah.
I don't remember if I ever saw my fish, like, having sex. I must have, probably. But I think, like, I've seen my fish poop, and I wonder if it's, like, the same thing as, like, my lizard where both come out in one...
Most fish, I don't think, have traditional sex. I think, like, the female lays the eggs and the male fertilizes the eggs once they're out of the female body. That sounds more right. That's what I know. Okay. I know some fish do that. So, yeah, moving on. Shape of Water. She fucked a fish. Man, swamp man. Won Best Picture. It wasn't that good a movie.
I couldn't get past the fact that she was fucking a fish.
It was pretty odd.
And even for me to say that is like, you know.
Yeah, you could get past you want to fuck a fish, so I mean.
I want to fuck a fish?
Don't you?
No.
Oh, I can't keep up. Yeah. Let's move on past this. Do you have were you a big cartoon watcher when you were a child?
Yeah.
Do you like the Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
Do you think Miss Frizzle is the devil?
No.
Oh.
I've heard that theory. It might just be from you, but...
You have?
Yeah, I'm pretty...
I don't think I've ever heard that theory.
It was probably you asking me this question, but why do you feel that way? Because she could just do any sort of magic she wanted? I
don't know. A lot of her... a lot of the stuff that she does, like the temptation and... I mean, Christianity, for example, tries to often guide people away from science, saying that it's the work of the devil. And, you know, she does these things that are very clearly occult, and she communes with animals, and she seems to be living outside of the passage of time.
What does she do that's occult?
All the magic shit she does.
Okay.
And
I mean, she's a school teacher. I feel like that wouldn't be the
what?
devil's choice of occupation.
Well, she's trying to get to the youth so that she can indoctrinate them.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't buy it. Oh, she has a pet lizard.
Yes.
Just like me.
Just like you. Lizards are pretty
devilish animals.
Yeah.
I'd agree to that.
Yeah. You know, like salamanders. In mythology, they come out of fire. Dragons.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, snakes are always evil.
Snakes, sure.
Always.
The serpent tempted Eve.
Yeah.
There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. So.
Yeah, and crocodiles didn't the Egyptians feed the firstborn or whatever, or all the girl babies to crocodiles? That was like a thing.
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me for a number of reasons, but it's possible that it did happen. I don't know about all of them.
I think it was depicted like that in the movie The Prince of Egypt, so that's what I think happened.
Anyway.
But reptiles, they're devilish animals. I'd agree.
Did you know that her reptile, it's not a real... I always thought it was a chameleon. I always thought that her pet lizard was a chameleon.
Yeah.
It's not.
It has like a little horn.
It's triceratopic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still a real lizard.
It's not. I've looked into this quite extensively.
Really?
It is not an extant species of lizard. They just made it up for the show.
Because there are lizards that have the rhino horn.
Devil. Satanic.
No, the lizard
creature.
Okay, and the lizard never spoke, right? He was just like a cute little accessory.
I don't think so, but it seemed to be able to communicate with Miss Frizzle, which again would communicate. It would tell me that they either have formed some sort of
devil bond.
Yeah, and can communicate telepathically, or she can just commune with all animals, maybe just reptilians. I don't know. She's at least a witch.
I was gonna say, if you want to call her a witch, I would definitely give you that.
And witches are often associated with the pagan rituals of witchcraft, often seen as devil's work.
Mm.
They'll sacrifice a human male to speak with the devil and fuck the devil and carry the devil's baby. That's what witches tend to be about. At least
the dream.
How they're depicted. So I would say Miss Frizzle's probably a witch.
I wonder, the devil's baby doesn't have like a name, right? Like there isn't one devil baby like Jesus.
Well, it's said that often it's said that the devil will impregnate a human host, and that child will bring about the end of days. The birth of that child will mark the beginning of Armageddon.
Okay.
The Judgment Day, and then the end of days.
I volunteer.
And then all that are left will fight over the fate of the earth.
Okay.
The soldiers of Christ and the soldiers of the devil will battle for 7 years or something.
As depicted in South Park.
Yeah, a couple of times, yes.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, the Christmas Critter episode, yes.
Christmas Critter?
Mm-hmm.
Critter.
Yep.
Anyway. I liked Miss Frizzle. I don't know, I did love that show. I never thought anything bad about Miss Frizzle. Not once, not ever.
Well, you're sympathetic to Satanists. And the
That's
devil.
true. And my favorite episode was when they did on bats. So I'm clearly kind of...
There you go.
Yeah. Again, I mean, I think if she was Satanistic, I would have probably liked her a lot more.
I don't think they could do it overtly.
Sure.
I'm not saying that it was written into... I'm not saying it's canonical.
No. I know what you mean.
I'm just saying it would add
Looking
up.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would make a lot of sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm all for women, doing what they feel like doing, and if it's serving the devil, then power to her.
No one should ever tell a woman no. Whatever a woman ever wants to do is valid and deserves to be done.
You're joking, but damn right.
I am joking.
Damn right.
I'm joking.
I know.
Okay.
But why that's how men live their lives. Men just feel like they can do whatever the fuck.
there are laws.
Yeah.
Yes, definitively yes.
No, sure, but a lot of men don't obey the law, and then they don't face any consequences for that.
What?
Like, there are rapists.
That's an imperfect system.
But
that's not the
it's
same as
imperfect
saying...
because men give other men breaks. They're like, oh, you raped a girl? Who fucking cares? You get 6 months probation. Like, if a woman was a judge in that case, that would not have happened. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean the solution is to let women not face consequences for their
the
actions.
solution would be to give women half of the jobs, but whatever.
Women have more than half the jobs in the American workforce.
Not necessarily in, I don't think that they're 50-50 split on judges, like Supreme Court judges and shit.
No, I don't think a lot of
Congress definitely doesn't have half.
Not a lot of women are going to law school.
But I'm saying, you know, there should be 50-50 representation in every single occupation, not just like...
That's impossible.
Well, that's the perfect world. It's my utopian dream, is to have women, like, you know?
Teamwork makes the dream work, and DreamWorks makes Shrek. All right. I think that's about right.
Okay.
Time to wrap it up.
I could do this for another 6 hours.
All right, let's not do that. That sounds like torture.
Ugh.
See you later, pod racers.
Bye.